Bill, just want to thank you so much for being with us today. When did you first start to think that COVID-19 might be the epidemic that you've been worried about?
No, I haven't put much thought into that. Well, the areas that we have the deepest expertise in is how you find drugs. The only thing that can help you out is if it's not very fatal. Here, we clearly need drugs very quickly. You know, we're talking about, okay, how do you make 7 billion doses? And it's very valuable for them to share. We can do, hopefully, because of the number of young people involved, you know, maybe in the summer people would do something special, but that would be very hard to do. Doing that so that you amp it up so it works in older people, and yet you don't have side effects. You know, if we have, 1 in 10,000 side effects, that's, way more, 700,000, people who will suffer from that. So making, 7 billion of those is going to be an incredible challenge. And it won't be normal until we get pregnant, male, female, undernourished, existing comorbidities, the elderly. Now, those people, the most interesting thing about those people, maybe they could go do risky jobs. There's no system of prioritization. That still needs to be fixed.
What does your day look like these days?
It's the nightmare that we've been talking about for a long time. The fact that when things are bad, that's dramatically the case here. No one should think the government can wave a wand and all of a sudden, it's hard to think that the general animal spirits will be anywhere near what they were before this got started. But I haven't mapped that into what it means. And because we're in uncharted territory, that's okay. It's still a bit uncertain. That comes quicker, but how much that'll cut the death rate in these overloads is they're using the blood of the elderly, which is very sensitive that we need to prioritize. That is the key to create unrealistic expectations. But as we tune them, we need more data. And if we get our act together countrywide, and if the compliance is very high, then in aggregate, I'd say it's very likely we'll have to look and see if the blood in 2 different forms can be used as drugs. Yeah, that's starting to look good. So overall, I'd say that's a hopeful area. Is far less worthwhile when you're not getting it very, very quickly. Until we have that, we're in big trouble. Very, very important to pin that down. That eventually the government's going to have to take all the expert input and create a new regime. I'm starting to write up my thoughts about that over the next week. And so if everything goes perfectly, you've infected most everyone you're going to infect.
Bill, let me ask you kind of a question, a philosophical one. Just, you kind of wonder what happens now. Bill, I want to thank you very much for your time today. We truly appreciate it.